Have you noticed how the teenagers of this generation seem to be maturing faster than other people? Like, I look back to my own days when I was a teenager, how I looked, and how the teenagers of nowadays, how they look. There seems to be a vast difference. Like, the difference is so huge, you can really tell it apart. And sometimes I see some of these teenagers, girls to be precise, more of them are girls. They seem to be the one who mature faster, physically to be precise. And then I see some of these girls, I compare them to myself, and I'm like, if somebody saw me and saw this person outside, who would they think would be older, judging from the physique, how they look big physically and all of that. So I just seem to notice that most of the teenagers in this generation, they grow faster physically, they go faster into puberty, they seem to be bigger in height, they seem to be taller. In all ramifications, they just seem to be growing very, very fast. Perhaps because this is the jet age, so maybe that's why they're also growing at the speed of a jet. But what I want to consider today is this a good thing, or is it a bad thing? Could this be what is affecting our generation negatively, or could it be something that can be turned around to be used positively for the society? Stick around to find out.
When I walked into the party, everybody just stopped. Even the DJ wasn't ready to see me without a boy who isn't ready to be a king. So tell me, why would I be chasing him to be his queen? Don't you know who my daddy is? And don't you know what my daddy did? And don't you know who my daddy is? He paid it all. I'm the belle of this ball, so I'm gonna party like a princess. Party like a princess. Party like a princess. I don't need a prince to party like a princess.
Hi, welcome to Kelly's Corner. If you are a new subscriber, or if you're seeing any of my videos for the first time, do well to hit the subscribe button and join the family. If you're an old subscriber, well, let's not talk too much. Let's get right into the content of today. So like you watched earlier in the introductory part of this video, I was talking about teenagers of this generation and how fast they seem to be growing. And then I asked a question. I said, is this a negative thing or a positive thing? Could this be what is affecting this generation in a negative way, or could it be used as a tool that can be used positively to impact the generation? So I've had contact with a lot of children, mostly teenagers. Being a teacher, if you've been used to my videos, you know that I'm a teacher by profession. So I have contact with children, teenagers mostly to be precise, and I've come to notice that about teenagers, it seems they grow at a very fast age. You'll be surprised at some of the things that these teenagers know. Some of the things they know at this point are things that when you were that age you knew nothing about. And so sometimes odd, yes, odd by how fast they seem to be growing, how knowledgeable they seem to be about so many things. Some of them are also computer literate, some of them are internet friendly, they know quite a number of things, and it is just amazing. But at the same time, I have come to realize that most of what they know are not things that benefit them positively. So I did this random kind of question. I asked one or two students, okay, what is your purpose? The next question they asked me, purpose as how? I gave them an assignment. Go and find this, and this. Go to Google, search it out, find the answer, and come and tell me the next time you see me in class. All of them they went home, they went online, they went to browse the answers. But the funny thing about it is that when I began to see the answers they wrote for me, I was disappointed. You know, when you go online, take Google to, for example, you go online and you decide to check who is a woman. Now, Google will give you different answers. You will need to click on one to see the full article. It might just, highlight a few points and then put dash, 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 so that you know that that is not the end of this particular content. You need to click on it to read the full article. And that was where they made the mistake. Instead of clicking on the article to see the full content, they just went ahead, copied the first few lines they saw, and that was the answer. Whether or not it made sense, whether or not it was complete, they just wrote it like that. And most of them made that mistake, and I was shocked. I said, these are people who are online 24/7. always posting on WhatsApp, always posting on Facebook. They do all sorts of things online, and yet the things that seem to matter the most, that they ought to know about online things, doing researches, finding articles, they don't know anything about it. And then I ask the question again, this fast growing generation, is it a positive thing or is it a negative thing? It could be negative, and at the same time it could be positive. It all depends on how you build it. If you give cutlass to a man, it can either become a weapon for destruction to him or something he would use to the betterment of the society. Because if you give a man a cutlass, the man could either decide to get a piece of land, cut the grasses there, plant something, and make something useful. Another person would take the same cutlass, go into the streets, and start hurting people. Do you mean to say that having that cutlass is what the problem is? No. It's more about the person wielding the cutlass and the choice they choose to make with the cutlass that they have. So I think it's more an issue of what they choose to do with the opportunities that they have around them. Because I see having internet at your disposal at any time as an opportunity, but the point is, how do you intend to use it? So some weeks ago, it was it Women's Day, Women's International's Day. And so when I got to class, I decided to take a break from chemistry. You know, how work and no play makes Jackie dull boy. So I decided to pause a little on the chemistry class, and then I told them, guys, today is Women Internationals Day. So let me just encourage you. Let me tell you one or two things. Let me advise you. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk. All of them were excited. Yeah, mistress, let's talk. So I put aside chemistry textbook and I said, let's talk. So I said, we are celebrating the woman today. What's the difference? Who is a woman? What's the difference between a lady and a girl? Or should I say a lady and a woman? And I got different answers. Somebody raised up his hand and said, mistress, a woman is somebody that have born. A lady is somebody that have never married. I said, beautiful. Who defined that to you, that a woman has to be someone who has given birth and a lady always has to be someone who has not given birth? And they said, that's the meaning. Almost all of them were saying the same thing, and I was disappointed. I said, with everything you know, oh Lord of mercy, with everything you know, you still don't know the difference between a lady or a woman. So if you are talking and we are saying, okay, this person is a woman or that person is a lady, what will you say? You now, as you are sitting there, are you a lady or are you a girl? Are you a woman? Which one of them are you? I was asking the girls that. I was hearing Chorus answer, me, I'm not a woman because I'm not giving birth. Me, I'm not a lady because different question. It wasn't even making sense. And I was surprised. Then I had to take time to explain, after hearing their opinions, of course, and I had to take time to explain the difference between a woman and a lady. And then I had to correct some misconceptions. And that's where most of us get it wrong. As an adult, wherever you are, you should be an impact to the people around you. Don't say because these children look mature, they look big, and so you just believe that they know it all because they seem to know it all. But then ask some of them, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a lawyer. Why? They don't have a driving force. Possibly I think I'm good with English, so because of that I think if I do well in English I can study law. That's their only purpose. That's their only reason. Why do you want to be a doctor? My mommy say, since when I was small, my mommy used to call me a doctor. So because of that, you want to go and study medicine. That is not enough reason for you to toe a particular career line. You've not even discovered yourself. You've not discovered what you want. Yet you are pursuing something. Why? So these are things that we need to sit down and educate the people. The things they teach in school mostly is limited to physics, chemistry, subjects as the case may be. But then there are things that they don't teach in the four walls of the classroom. There are some things that parents do not teach. There are some things that even the church will not teach you. Then who is to teach these people? It is you. Yes, you that you are watching this. You are the one to teach. You are the one to impart. But the question is, do you yourself know? So when you know, it is your duty wherever you are to educate these teenagers. Forget how big they look. Forget even if they are overshadowing you with their height and with everything they have. You have something that they don't have. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the experience. Impart it to them. You'll be shocked at the ignorance of some of these people, despite the fact that they know quite a lot. So It is your duty to sit down some of these students, talk to them about life, talk to them about things that are not necessarily in the syllabus, talk to them about things that are not necessarily in the school curriculum, because these are things that will take them far in life. Yes, you will use chemistry to get a job, maybe you become the MD of a company, you become a research person, but these life lessons are things that will keep you going when you get to that position you get in your career. These things you teach them that are not in the school curriculum are the things that will shape them to be who they would be besides their career. Talk to them about these things. Some of them know quite a lot about sex education, but the things that really matter, they don't know. It is your duty to teach them. So I had to sit down and start talking to these students, and then I realized that despite everything, they are still kids. Just kids in a big body. They still don't know anything. So I was really challenged. And then I looked around and I thought, if we continue this way, a lot of things will spoil, because a lot of them don't know a lot of things, and it's not the best. So with the little information that they have, the little opportunities, disposals in their hand, they are not using it positively, they are not using it to build themselves. It will eventually become a missile to destroy the society sooner or later. And that is why I'm making this video. And by the way, I want to ask you, what's the difference between a lady and a woman? So I want to see your comments. Keep the comments rolling. I'll see them in the question, in the comments. In the next video, I'll touch them. I'll read out the comments that I see, and then I'll go ahead to explain exactly what I explained to my students, the difference between a woman and a lady. So let's keep the comments rolling. Let me see what you have to say. Let me see how knowledgeable you are, and let me compare it to my students in school. So the point of this video is, wherever you are, be an impact. It doesn't matter if you seem to be the smaller person there. It doesn't matter if everyone around you seems to be bigger and knowledgeable. There are still a lot of things that they do not know. So wherever you are, the little thing you know, the little impact you can make it so that you can be a positive vibe to this generation. So like I said, if you are watching my videos for the first time, click on the subscribe button and join the family. If you are an old subscriber, well, I still have something for you to do. Click on the like button, drop your comments, share the video, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
When I walked into the party, everybody just stopped. Even the DJ wasn't ready to see me without a boy who isn't ready to be a king. So tell me, why would I be chasing him to be his queen? Don't you know who my daddy is? And don't you know what my daddy did? And don't you know who my daddy is?